What's up, y'all? It's literally been at least a good week since I uploaded because I literally haven't had anything to really talk about, really. But I actually do have something to talk about, and I think it can literally be some sort of a part two or a part three, whatever, towards other advice giving videos I talked or discussed with y'all about recently, basically about depression or anxiety and all that. And obviously, one of those is depression, and I'm actually looking it up right now. And I have said before that if there was anything that I need to either add or somehow clarify on, if I wasn't being specific with y'all before, I was literally gonna look it up and see if I could try to see what Google says about it, or if I could try to word it the best way I can, so that way it's not like I'm literally stealing other people's words. I'm not. I just have a little trouble with trying to say it in my own words because it's just hard. What the hell can I do besides just looking it up? So I have it up here right now. I have it on here saying advice on depression. So, and there's one question right here: what should be done about depression? And there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 7 bullet points. The first one is look for support from other people who make you feel safe and cared for. Now, I've actually said this before, but I think I said it in my own words. When you literally feel depressed or whatnot, you need to reach out to people that actually make you feel more loved, cared for, make you feel safe and comfortable. So, yeah, so you can definitely do that, because if you don't go to people for support, then you're literally just hurting your damn self, and you're just making your depression 5, 10, 15, 20 times worse. So, yeah, definitely look for people just to look up to, talk to, maybe get advice from. Definitely, obviously, because if you don't go to people, then you ain't getting any help, because it's like you're saying no to getting help. So, yeah. The second bullet point says make FaceTime a priority. So basically, same thing with bullet point 1. It's basically you just FaceTiming with people just for support. So obviously, I'm on Android, so I obviously can't FaceTime. That's only on iPhones, if I believe correctly. But yeah, definitely make FaceTime a priority, because you're looking at another person that you are talking to, and try to ask for as much advice, as much help as you can, so that way you can get the help and mentality that you're supposed to get, so that way you don't feel like it anymore. So, yeah, definitely. So, if someone wants to video chat you or do this or do that, you gotta accept it. You can't just say no, because otherwise you won't be getting any help. Like I said. The third bullet point says try to keep up with social activities even though you don't feel like it. Exactly. Now, I know I've said this before. Either I said it a certain way, or I probably didn't mention it at all. But if I didn't, then you definitely need to be completely social. Definitely. Because that is one reliever of depression, and that is to just be active, just be socially active. Basically, just going out, just talking with people, because that's what being social is. It's you interacting with other people and just having fun, doing this, doing that, and just try to enjoy your life. That's really what being socially active really is. So it's basically telling you to just keep up with it, even though you don't feel like it. Exactly. Deep down, you want to do it, but on the outside, you just don't feel like it for some reason, or vice versa. You don't feel like doing certain stuff on the outside, but on the inside, you want to do it. But for some reason, you feel as if you just can't bring yourself to do it because you're not that sociable. You're kind of antisocial. So, but like I said, that or like what this says, it basically it's telling you to just be more socially active. Because I think I said before and also looked up that if you're not as sociable, then I heard it would potentially give you dementia or something like that. It basically just tells you that you have not been interacting with anyone throughout your life. You know, you haven't been having fun like you are supposed to in your life, obviously. Or you haven't been doing certain things that could potentially help you with your mental health. I'm pretty sure dementia has something to do with mental health. And I might look that up, but probably maybe off camera because I don't want to take up too much time. But just keep up with y'all's social activities. Be as socially active as possible, even if you don't feel like it. Because you may never know. You might bump into people that can help you. Who's to say? The fourth bullet point says, find ways to support others. Now, I'm trying to see if there's a specific way for me to say it, but if not, then I might have to say it in the best way possible. But it's basically you just helping other people out that's going through the same thing you are. Depression, anxiety, or whatever the hell that they're dealing with in their lives right now. It's basically, you're basically finding ways to help them out, support them. And that does involve you being socially active with them. So you can consider, helping people out in the best way that you can, which is obviously to give them advice, hang out with them more often, or anything really that's going to make you I'm trying to figure out a good way to put it, but it's really a touchy subject, so just find ways to support other people that are basically dealing with the same mentality. So, and maybe they might obviously thank you for it because they really needed it. The fifth bullet point says care for a pet. So basically, if you have a pet or if you own a pet, then just care and love for them. I really don't know how to word it, but it just says care for a pet. So the fifth bullet point. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, the sixth bullet point. So care for a pet was the fifth bullet point. Oh, okay. All right. So the sixth bullet point says join a support group for depression. Now, I don't really know what this would do, but I think it basically tells you to basically join some sort of association or a group or some sort of fellowship of some sort that could actually help deal with depression. So you basically have to join another group of people that have the same story to tell, the same type of mental health that they want to discuss. So it doesn't have to be for depression. It can be for anything, stress, anxiety, anything. So join a support group. I don't know if y'all want to do that or if anyone wants to do that, period. But You may never know. If you want to hear other people's thoughts and maybe hear other people's stories, I guess it wouldn't hurt, but I don't know how it would benefit you that much. So, and the last bullet point, the seventh one, says aim for 8 hours of sleep. Definitely 8 hours of sleep. So obviously, if some people are night owls, then that could be a sign that they have some sort of depression that basically doesn't allow them to sleep for no more than 8 hours or less than 8 hours. So, like with me, I usually fall asleep at least between 1 o'clock to 2:30. And I do sleep for 8 hours, and then I wake up at least around 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's a full 8, 9-ish type hours, which is a little long, but I still consider that a pretty good night sleep. So, even though it's very, very, very early in the morning hours, like around 1 or 2 a.m., so, but it's still a very good night's sleep. At least between 8 to 9 hours of sleep, at least for me. But for others, it would have to be a full 8 hours of sleep. It can't be, I want to say it can't be no less than 8 hours, and possibly maybe no more than 9 or 10, probably. I don't know. Someone might have different opinions on that, so, but I'm just saying what I think about it, so. But those are the 8 bullet points, but there are others. Like, there's another question that someone also asked, and it literally says, what is the most reliable symptom of depression? And the reliable symptom of it is having a hopeless or helpless outlook on your life. And that means that is the most common symptom of depression. Other feelings may be worthlessness, self-hate, or inappropriate guilt. Common reoccurring thoughts of depression may vocalize as it's my fault, it's all my fault, or what's the point? Yeah, that's literally how depression really is. You're literally questioning on what's the point of you being on Earth. Like, some people literally take it that far. They're literally saying, what is the point of me being here? Or it's my fault that I caused all this, or this and that, or whatever the situation is. You blame yourself when in reality it's not your fault. But since you have this type of depression, it's making you think that it is your fault, but it ain't. So, and I guess it really is difficult to, to convince someone like that it's not their faults, because it's just a problem that kind of escalated the wrong way, and it's literally giving you that type of inkling, like, this is what I've done, and this is what it caused me, and because of that, I blame myself. And it's like, what's the point of anything anymore? Like, so yeah, that's definitely a symptom of depression. Definitely. You also feel hopeless. You also lost a lot of hope. You can even lose faith too. But faith is the big word, and I said this before. Faith is the biggest word in making good stuff happen to you. If you have faith, then good stuff will happen. Maybe not immediately, but slowly, but it will happen. So definitely being hopeless and or helpless, so on your life basically. So it's like you can't help yourself anymore. Everything is becoming too severe. Everything is being put down on you, too much pressure and all this and that, and you really just can't deal with it anymore. You lost all hope, lost all faith. You can't or you don't have the strength to further assist yourself through those problems, and you're like, what else can I do? What's the point? Look at that. So yeah, that's definitely the most reliable symptom of depression. It's basically having a hopeless or a helpless outlook in life. So, and how I described it right there is pretty sophisticated right there. And I also clicked on another one right here, like what actually causes depression. Hopefully y'all see that. And what actually causes depression? I think it goes. I think it gets a little bit scientific, so I'm not gonna explain those type of descriptions of it. I'm just gonna be saying parts of the description that I can potentially describe about. But like I said, this is only on depression. Maybe next time in another video I might do anxiety and stress afterwards, but this is only based on depression only. So what actually causes depression? It says research suggests that depression doesn't spring from simply having too much or too little of certain brain chemicals. That's the scientific one. Rather, there are many possible causes of depression, including faulty mood regulation by the brain. That's also a scientific description. Genetic vulnerability, same thing, a scientific description. Stressful life events, that is not a scientific description, but that is literally a real life description of it. Medications and medical problems. So basically, it is true. Depression can be caused by medical problems. Those medical problems, I have no damn clue. I'm not in that type of field, so I don't freaking know. If y'all know, y'all can look it up on Google like I am right now. Or y'all can let me know down below if you want to. And medications too, definitely. So basically, taking certain medications can also cause some forms of depression, definitely. But the biggest one, in my opinion, is stressful life events. Definitely. Those definitely cause depression. So if you've been going through nothing but stress recently, like intense stress, because I actually gotten a brief inkling on what kind of happens to you if you become way too damn stressed out. I heard that you can have some form of a headache where basically the front, the two sides of your head, and the back of your head will start to hurt because that's, so basically not the top of your head, but basically around. So basically your forehead, your sides, and your back, and your back head, those hurt because you're stressed out. So or just anything that kind of caused y'all to become stressed out, and then that would initiate the depression type mentality. So definitely those. Now, I really don't know too much about y'all at all, but if y'all have been going through some stressful events in y'all's life, then I guess that literally could be the reason why some of y'all, or why some people, got depression or some forms of it, because of what happened in the past or in the current time now. I don't know, but it really says what actually causes depression, and it's literally those few things: faulty mood, genetic vulnerability, stressful life events, medications, and medical problems. I think those could be the actual causes. But to me personally, the main one that I believe, in my opinion, is the main cause of depression is stressful events. To me it is. So, hey. And there's one more question that says, what is the number one cause of depression? And it's actually saying research suggests that continuing difficulties, long-term unemployment, so basically with you not having a job, living in an abusive or uncaring relationship, whoa. Now that might actually count as a stressful life event, being a part of an abusive or uncaring relationship. Now, I think I have said something about that, but I don't know if I did. I think I might have said it in another way somehow, but definitely. Long-term isolation or loneliness. The long-term isolation or loneliness. So basically, you just being alone for a very long time, no friends, don't have no one to talk to, basically. And prolonged work stress. So that's also another stressful life event, is you just working so damn long, and it just causes you to be stressed out. And that would also be the cause of depression. So basically, long time unemployment, basically you not working, or you had a job but got fired and you haven't been able to look for another job, or you haven't been able to get hired, and it's been a long time. That's why it says long term, so it's been a while. Living in an abusive or an uncaring relationship. Yeah, so if y'all's relationship, or if anyone's relationship have gone completely downhill, and that caused y'all to break up, and now you don't have no one to love, commit to, and all this, it just completely put a damp on your mental health and all. Long-term isolation and or loneliness, just you being alone, no one to talk to, no friends to look up to, people not understanding your stories, or you just being alone and not wondering what to do or where to go or who to talk to. So, and prolonged work stress. Basically, you working for many weeks, months, years. Like, it can really be at least a good few weeks of you working, and you may still count that as a long time working. At least some people might. Months, years, definitely. And the work's getting more harder and harder and harder. A lot more stuff's being put on you, and it's making you stressed out. So, yep. And yeah, those are more likely to cause depression than recent life stresses. I don't know what they mean by recent life stresses. Like, it can be anything, really. But yeah. And I'll look at one more question, and then I'll stop it right there for now. Who is mainly affected by depression? They basically say that major depression mainly or mostly affects people between the ages of 45 and 65 years old. People in middle age are the top of the bell curve for depression, but the people at each end of the curve, the very young and very old, may be at higher risk for severe depression. So the very young, it can basically be people under the age of 20, 21. And very old, it can be people over the age of 50 and 60. Like, that's how I'm seeing it. And those people could be or may be at a higher risk for severe depression. So yeah, that's a sophisticated question right there. They basically tell you who gets affected by depression the most. So they literally said either people between the ages of 45 and 65, or the very young and very old. So basically, people over 65 and people that are very young, at least under the age of 30 or 20. So again, that's how I'm looking at it. Y'all might look at it another way, might have another opinion on it, but hey. And I'll look at one more question just for the hell of it. Can you ever be cured from depression? And obviously, no, depression cannot be cured, but it can be treated. Obviously, in symptoms, not systems, and symptoms can be alleviated. This word right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Alleviated. I have no fucking clue how to pronounce that. So basically, they're basically saying that depression can be treated and symptoms can be relieved, basically. But overall, depression is obviously not curable. So it is what it is. So, but yeah, those are some sophisticated descriptions of depression. I did tell y'all that if I needed to go more in depth or more in detail on what depression, anxiety, or stress is, I would have to look it up on Google. So this was only on depression, so maybe by next video I can maybe do one about anxiety and then stress and then whatever other mental health thing is out there for me to talk about. But yeah, that's it for now. So, but like I said, y'all, depression, it ain't no joke. So whoever's going through a lot in their life right now, you need to get help. Like, seriously, you really do need to get help. Like, seriously. Like, it's really not no joke at all to not get help with depression at all. It just really ain't. So, like, it is what it is. So just try to get help. Be social. Just do whatever you can that basically makes you happy when you was a kid. Because people keep saying that they would want to be a kid again. They would want to relive their childhood if they had a good childhood. Because I'm pretty sure some people didn't really have the childhood that they deserved. But I'm not going to get into that topic because it's depressing as hell to talk about. Because I'm sure some people have not had a good upbringing. So, but overall, people wish to be kids again, but it's not going to happen. Life is just going to basically just move you forward. As much as you want to stay back, it's just going to continue moving you forward. And you're just going to have to roll with it. Do as much as you can to literally get your mind off of the depressing mentality that you got. Just do whatever the hell you can do, and then boom, you all set. But overall, just get help. You cannot say no to getting help or being offered advice. You can't say no to that because you're obviously denying the help that could obviously make you feel better. It will not cure your depression, but it will obviously treat it. So, obviously, get as much help as you can. Me, I don't have depression at all. I don't. Nope. I don't have depression at all. Depression, they did say that depression is also caused by medications or medical problems, and obviously, I don't have no damn medical problems, so I'm pretty much in the clear. But again, I give nothing but advice on this channel. That's literally all I do. But I did say that I do got more funny shit for y'all going forward. But until I get that right equipment or whatever the hell I need, just gonna have to wait on that. But hopefully y'all enjoyed. Damn, half an hour already. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if y'all are new. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Alright?